Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ryan, and what we are doing is we are going to be previewing every single NBA team to celebrate tip-off week in the NBA. We're going to have videos of every team's, hopefully 10 minutes or less, of our favorite moves, least favorite moves. We're going to talk about questions, concerns. We're going to predict whether they're a playoff team, a contender, a lottery team, or a play-in team. We're going to hit on all those and every single teams. But before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on your favorite teams going into the season or on the team of each video that we will be posting. With that said, let's get into our predictions.
Previewing the San Antonio Spurs.
So the San Antonio Spurs, let's talk about them. 22-60 last year, one of the worst teams in the league. They tanked at the right year. They got the first round pick. They got the prize everybody wanted, including me, Pistons fan. I actually wrote a song about it. It's a stupid song. It's a parody, actually. It's in one of my podcasts that I did, where I took, I think it was a Boys to Men song or 98 Degrees, and I redid the lyrics. I can't sing, but that's how hurt I was. I had to sing. Because I was so hurt, and you Spurs fans, you got something special. As long as he can stay healthy, you got something special. You do. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on him, listened to a lot of podcasts about him. I was getting super hyped. And one of my friends, Luke, he's like, you realize there's no way the NBA is going to let him go to Detroit. And it's like, well, I don't want to believe that, and I should have believed that. But yeah, you know, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, now add Victor right to that list for the Spurs. And that goes into my favorite move for the Spurs is the fact that you guys got Wembanyama. Congratulations, by the way. I'll be watching him a lot, and I'm happy. It really, there's no better organization he could have went to succeed. So I'm kind of happy about that. He's got a great coach. I'm glad he went to the Spurs if he wasn't going to go to Detroit. That's kind of how I felt. So enjoy that. Again, he just some of this preseason stuff was ridiculous. Lee's favorite move. They didn't do a whole lot that makes me worried about them, except the fact I just put this, and this is a reach, that they weren't active. I wish they were a little bit more active, because it does seem like Wembanyama is a little bit ahead of his years. Like, you know, he just seems to get it. And it's probably because he's been playing competitive basketball with men for a long time. You know, they start him out young over there, and you know, so he's ready for it. And not to go after some, and you know, maybe it's a fact like GMs have a written agreement or an unspoken rule of not doing the restricted free agent stuff. But like Austin Reeves was one guy that I didn't understand why they didn't go after. Even though you might not have gotten him, but you would have put the Lakers in a tough spot. I just not being active enough. But really, I do like their roster. So I kind of understand. Maybe they're just like, let's just 1 year with women. We'll go hard next year. So we'll see what happens. But that was the only thing I could think of that I didn't like that the Spurs did. Biggest questions for me: how great is Wembanyama going to be? He's going to be good, and the question is just how good. And if he's good, can he stay healthy? Because typically, people his built do not last in the NBA, like as far as because they can't stay healthy. Like Porzingis is a little thicker, but they're just going in history. It just hasn't worked out for people his size. Yao Ming, you know, he was a little bigger too, like thicker, I believe, if I remember correctly. Manu Bolt, right? Bull, you know, those type of players. It's just gonna. This is a rarity. We'll see what happens. I think he'll be fine, but it's just worth mentioning. That's a concern. I also want to see how Vassell, Sohan, and Johnson, especially Sohan, all of them develop. The Spurs have a good I think they have like a good infrastructure and they have like a good roster built, and they're ready for whatever comes their way next year, probably. And I think after this year, next year, they're going to be talked about as being like a playoff team. I don't think they're quite there yet, or even a play-in team next year. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but when you have someone like Victor, anything's possible. So I don't know, like this year, I think, they'll ease Victor into it. They'll get him used to and accustomed to play, NBA basketball, because when he was playing overseas, he didn't play every night. He didn't play a lot every other day. They were very restrictive of his minutes, and I think they'll do that this year. I would like them to see Pop do some interesting things with him. Like, to full disclosure, I'm recording this after they lost the Mavericks the other night, because I forgot to turn my mic on my original video. So this is where my mic's actually on. And I would have loved to seen Victor guard Luka. Like, why not? He's tall and quick enough, and he can use his length to like make up for the Luka maybe being a little quicker than him. But yeah, I'd like to see Pop do some crazy things with Victor, but we'll see what happens. My prediction is they'll be a lottery team again this year. And I think it's just because they're going to ease Victor into everything, and they're going to let those young guys grow together. And I just think that the West is just so tough. If everybody stays healthy, it's just going to be hard for the Spurs to get there. But they could be flirty with play-in, depending on how good Wembanyama is and how much the Spurs choose to use him. So that's all I got for the Spurs, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Spurs this season. Do you think they're a playoff team, play-in, lottery team? What do you expect from Victor Wembanyama? What do you expect from that roster? What was your favorite move, least favorite move, and concerns you have for the Spurs? Leave it in a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.